I'll do it right after. Well, good afternoon. It really is great to be out here at Good Farms today in the beautiful city of Oxnard and to highlight this really important Farmworker vaccination project. As Supervisor Ramirez said, these brave farm workers are essential to our community, putting foods on our table, and they've continued to work this whole time. They didn't have the opportunity to isolate or stay at home. They needed to continue to work for us. And so for them, we need to do this project. We need to bring this to them. There's going to be over 100 farm workers vaccinated here today. It's wonderful to see that. You can see it happening right here behind me. And I also think it's so appropriate that Supervisor Ramirez is leading us off here today. This is her district, of course, but also you know what an advocate she is for farm workers publicly. I can assure you she is the same advocate privately. Every meeting she wants to know, make sure that we're getting resources to our brave farm workers. Essential to this program also is our Farmworker Resource Program, an outreach program that our Board of Supervisors approved in 2019. And the goal of this program is to engage and support farm workers and in partnership with our growers who care deeply about our farm workers and to bring resources and support to these farm workers. And so to have this in place before the pandemic was absolutely essential. And it's been a great partnership with our growers, with the Ag Commissioner's Office, with the community groups, the promotores as well, and all coming together to support our brave farm workers who are out there for us every day. And it's so appropriate also that we're here at Good Farms, run by Dave Murray, because Mr. Murray was actually essential to the development of the Farmworker Resource Program as well. He was a key part of the steering committee that developed this program. And this program, so we thank you, Dave, for your leadership in building that trust between growers and farm workers, and it's made a huge difference. These Farmworker Resource Program team, and you're going to hear from Israel Vasquez here today, are so essential. They come out and they build trust. They work with the farm workers. We had hoped to get one trilingual professional, somebody who spoke English, Spanish, and Mixteco. Instead, we got two people, like unicorns. Amazing. In addition to that, we've supplemented that, so we also have the indigenous languages of Purepecha and Zapoteco, because we want to make sure we engage our brave farm workers in ways that are culturally meaningful to them, and build trust, and make sure we support them in every way that we can. So it's wonderful to be out here today. We also wrap around physician and mental health services too, so our county physicians come out to the fields through this Farmworker Resource Program and engage, as well as our mental health workers from our county program, again, to engage in culturally meaningful ways and support our wonderful, brave farm workers. And thank you for all that you do for us and for our community, putting food on our table during this very challenging time. In terms of vaccines overall, we're pleased to announce that as of today, we have administered over 142,000 doses. That's 104,200 first doses and 38,000 second doses. And just to give you an overall sense, that's 15.3% of our community that has received at least the first dose. So it's progress. Limited supply, we want it to be faster, we've got the capacity, we just need more vaccine, as we've talked about before, because when we get it, we give it. It's not sitting stockpiled. You've seen and heard about the weather impacts across our nation, and it is having an impact right now. We haven't had to cancel any appointments yet. We're going to continue to monitor this. We will know more at the first of next week, and we'll keep you posted. More appointments will open on Monday. It's still very limited supply from the state and the Fed. Approximately 3,000 appointments will open on Monday. And we'll also have second dose appointments will continue to be available. You can call the hotline, the call center, 805-477-7161 if you have limited access to the internet, or go to VenturaCountyRecovers.org to make your appointment. And now there's a nice big button on that website. The second dose appointment is right there, so it should be very easy to use. We're very pleased to announce that new sites have opened this week. The Ventura Office of Education in Camarillo, very large site. The Rose Avenue site in Oxnard. Nordoff High School in Ojai. And then coming in March, a new site will open in Santa Paula. So we continue to build and expand our capacity. These sites are in addition to the Centerpoint Mall in South Oxnard, the Ventura County Fairgrounds, the Global Adult Center in Thousand Oaks, as well as 15 pharmacy partners throughout the county. That capacity is coupled with 15 mobile teams. These are public health teams, our wonderful public health workers who are here today actually running this program. They go out, 15 of them. In addition to supporting our farm workers, they actually are also going out and vaccinating homebound seniors throughout the county. So really playing a critical role. You've likely also heard about the third-party administrator, Blue Shield doing that. What does that mean, right? And we've had concerns, and there's still a lot of unknowns. But I did want to let you know, we had our meeting, our first meeting, introductory meeting with Blue Shield yesterday afternoon. We thought it went very well. One of the things that we were concerned about is, we built a lot of capacity, and we're going to build more of that. We were concerned that this new approach might take some of that capacity away. But we were relieved to hear from the CEO of Blue Shield, actually, that their approach is first, do no harm. And our sense is that they want to support the efforts that we have here and urge us to continue to build our capacity, and they will support us in that. So that was very good news. There's a lot of details yet to work out with this, so a lot more yet to come, and I'm sure there'll be some bumps along the way. But at least on that big picture, we're pleased that we're able to continue to build our capacity in our county. Also want to let you know that there was just an announcement today from the governor's office that they are, starting March 1st, going to open it up to essential workers, including as well as farm workers, folks in the ag food chain, as well as teachers. We're just receiving this announcement, so we'll have much more information for you in our news bulletins and on our website. That's a lot of folks that are going to be included in that. That's about 100,000 people in that group. So as you can imagine, that's a lot of people with still limited supply. So it's something we're still, it's going to take time, but we continue to partner and advocate at the state to get more vaccine. And we'll also continue to partner with the Office of Education and our teachers in our community. Lastly, just again, let folks know the Business Assistance Program will be coming in March, so please stay tuned for that. And then the Emergency Rental Assistance Program is so critical to so many people in our community. $52 million. It's a tremendous program. Our first one we had was 11 or 12 million, so $52 million program is coming, and then the state portal will open March 15th for that program. But right now, groups who want to help folks sign up for this can enroll and support. Go to Ventura County Recovers on our website there to enroll if you want to help people enroll in the program. So lots going on. We really appreciate, again, Dave Murray and his whole team here having us out here at Good Farms, and it's my honor now to introduce our community liaison for the county, Ms. Rosa Gonzalez, who's been essential in developing the relationships with the Farm Worker Resource Program, the growers, and our farm workers, and also it's our opportunity to wish her a happy birthday. So come on up. Woohoo!
Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I'm turning 19 today, times 2 and some. Thank you all very much. What an exciting day to be here at Good Farms. We want to thank Good Farms for hosting us and also having the vaccine clinic here today. Ventura County is a proud agriculture county. The food grown here will be at dinner tables, stores, restaurants across this beautiful state, but also our nation. Our farm workers, as we know, face barriers that we don't see in other demographics due to language barriers, broadband accessibility, lack of transportation, access to information, resources, and support. But our farm workers have shown every day here to work and provide all of us food. And we, as a county, not only the County of Ventura, but also all community partners have worked together from the very beginning to ensure that we are taking care of our farm workers as they are taking care of us and our families. The County of Ventura's farm worker vaccine pilot has taken all the barriers I just mentioned into account, but also added a cultural appropriate service approach. This is important to create trust and that the county is also here to serve them. Our vaccine team, including public health, Farm Worker Resource Program, our ag commissioner are not only providing vaccines at farms, making it easier for our farm workers to get vaccinated, but also providing important information on resources available and how we could support our farm workers and their families. We also are able to communicate with workers in English, Spanish, Mixteco, Zapoteco, and Purépecha. Israel from our Farm Worker Resource Program will be sharing more about the resources and support provided when he speaks in a few minutes, and he'll go into details about some of the other areas that we're supporting our farm workers. We are also creating vaccine education and information specifically for our farm workers and addressing their concerns and questions we know are important to them. Our mobile vaccine team will go to local farms, as you see here today, and help register, provide vaccine and COVID information, and are also available to answer any question. And all of this is done before they are vaccinated, but also for them to know that the county is here for them also after. The county will then return for a second visit for the second vaccine dose, but also still be here and available to provide available resources. Our Farm Worker Resource Program, when they are on site, provide information packets containing resource information, masks, hand sanitizer, but also connect them with and share with them information about the Farm Worker Resource Program itself. Not many counties offer this unique program as Ventura County does, that is specifically created to support our farm workers. We're very proud of this program that came to be with the work in partnership with community members and growers and the County of Ventura. The past year has been extremely difficult for everyone during COVID. The county has worked nonstop to provide support to our residents, but also to our farm workers. Many have worked hard to provide food distributions, resources, and information also. The county has met with various groups and organizations throughout this past year to ensure that we are all communicating on ways to support our farm workers, how to partner, and share critical information on how we could tailor our services to support our farm workers. We have weekly calls, daily conversations with community members and partners. And with that, the county would like to express a deep appreciation for all the teamwork that has gone into this in the past year. It really has taken a community to help one another, and especially our farm workers. We would like to thank Adelante Comunidad Conejo, Buen Vecino, Cause, Líderes Campesinas, MyCop, Nyland Promise, Proyecto Esperanza, Poder Popular, Plan, Santa Paula Latino Town Hall, the South Winds Neighborhood Council, and all other community members that have volunteered, donated, and contributed to supporting our most vulnerable residents. Thank you. And with that, I would like to also welcome to the podium Dave Murray from Good Farms.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Dave Murray with Good Farms. I'm co-owner of Good Farms, which is the parent company of the ranch that we're located at today. On behalf of our industry, our company, and all of our team, I want to thank you for being here today to administer this life-saving vaccine to our workforce. Last year, when our society began to lock down due to COVID-19 and many of us began working from home, agricultural workers, including those here today, were not afforded that luxury. Although our industry has been diligent in creating a safe working environment for our field staff throughout the pandemic, including mask use, social distancing, and strict quarantine protocols, there have been and continue to be risks. And the people you see here today representing the larger ag workforce within Ventura County dutifully accepted those risks. And because of their efforts, we as consumers continue to have fresh fruits and vegetables in our homes. I've been farming strawberries in Ventura County for over 25 years, and I've been involved with many different agricultural initiatives. none of which have been more important or impactful than the coalition that has been formed between our industry, labor advocacy groups, and the County of Ventura to help minimize the impact of COVID-19 on our farm worker community. Our weekly Zoom calls with sometimes over 30 participants help to coordinate a collective response to the pandemic and provide a clearinghouse for information related to agriculture. Good Farms operates in 4 areas throughout California, and local government at all levels is doing a fine job of managing the pandemic. But the allocation of resources put forth by Ventura County in support of farm workers is second to none in my mind. This started not long before the COVID-19 pandemic with the formation of the Farmworker Resource Program, and it continues today as we all receive our first vaccination. I'd specifically like to thank the following agencies and individuals for their support throughout the pandemic and especially with their efforts today. Supervisor Carmen Ramirez and the Ventura County Board of Supervisors, thank you. CEO Mike Powers and his staff, especially Rosa Gonzalez. Ventura County Public Health, Rigo Vargas. The Farmworker Resource Program, Talia Barrera, Fatima Pena, and Israel Vasquez. Our Agricultural Commissioner, Ed Powers, and his staff. The Ventura County Ag Association. The Ventura County Farm Bureau. The California Strawberry Commission. And the many labor advocacy groups that we've worked with throughout the process, including CAUSE, MyCop, Líderes Campesinas, and the United Farm Workers Union. And of course, our Good Farms team, especially Mary Lou Ramirez and Amalia Lamo, who set this beautiful event, an important event, up for us all today. Thank you very much, and thanks again for all being here. I'd like to introduce Israel from the Farmworker Resource Program, who's up next. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Before I start, I want to give it thanks to the farm workers who are here. As son of farm workers who continue to work in agriculture, this is really close to my heart, and I want to say thank you. Ta kundi mindo na anja biti na sa tiu yora kundi kwa ti sha ando sia di nya tiu sando chi nya tiu nya sando nya importante do ora nani do nya aru kondo ra konya kusana kuni quando ti sha bando ti sha bando sia di nya sando ra ta yun do chi yun jan do kando tu miera na aru na sin yun do ra yun jan do ti sha bando. Thanks to all the farm workers who are here. I want to say thank you for all the work that you do. We're here, we speak the language, so if you need anything, we're here. So, with that said, my name is Israel with the Farmworker Resource Program. The Farmworker Resource Program opens its door to the public in August 2019. And since then, we have been providing support to the farm worker community, serving the agriculture community, and addressing the many needs that they face. Serving as intermediaries, providing information and resources in multi-languages, facilitating resolution with employers and employee amicable, and developing education material that is culturally and linguistically appropriate. This pandemic has been very difficult for many of us, and even though we were not able to serve our farm workers in person, we continue to have communication with them through phone calls, videos, WhatsApp, social media, radio, and text messages. In partnership with other county agencies, we were able to provide different supports and resources available for the farm worker community. With the help of the private sector and county agencies, we were able to develop the Farm Worker Household Assistance Program, which helped over 3,700 farm workers with financial assistance. We continue to provide crucial information regarding best practices and how to identify COVID-19 symptoms to farm workers at their work sites through one of our programs called Cultivating Health and Agriculture, and with the help of many of our Ventura medical doctors. And for those farm workers who had difficult time isolating and completing the quarantine, we were able to connect them with the Ojai shelter, where they have nurses to tend to them and provide them with hot meal daily. We continue to serve our community, and now we're happy to say that y'all can find us in Facebook called Programa de Recursos para los Trabajadores Agrícolas, Condado de Ventura, where we share crucial information through videos, through voiceovers, audio flyers, in Mixteco, Zapoteco, Spanish, and Purépecha. And we will be continue to serve our agriculture community. Thank you. Gracias. Tisha Evando. And with that, I would like to introduce Rigo with Public Health.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Rigo Vargas, Director del Departamento de Salud Pública. I'm Rigo Vargas, Director of the Department of Public Health here in Ventura County. I have to share some numbers today for an update. And so, just to give you a heads up, we continue to do very well with our cases. Our metrics, our numbers are all improving. And so the specifics are as follows. We're going to be reporting about 140 new cases today. While it's still 140 new cases, nevertheless, it's a much improved number from what we were seeing just even last week and the week before. We are also reporting 6,200 newly tested individuals in Ventura County. Ventura County remains among the leaders in the state with regard to providing access to the important resource of getting tested. As you know, many people test positive and need to take additional precautions to not infect others. And it's also very important to get tested because many people, up to 50% that are infected, do not have symptoms and don't know that they're infected. So please continue to utilize our excellent testing capacity. We are reporting also improvements with regard to our hospital numbers. So today, 173 Ventura County residents are in our hospitals getting excellent care by any one of our 8 hospitals. But that's still 173 family members that need to do well and get back home. Out of those 173, 43 are in the intensive care unit, and so they're in more serious condition, getting excellent care, and we hope that they return to their place of residence soon as well. Unfortunately, we've been reporting on a daily basis, we do have additional deaths to report. The final number is not in. Our team always does a due diligence and reviews the death records really closely to make sure it is a COVID-related death. But it appears that we will have at least 7 new deaths in Ventura County reported today. That would bring our number to almost 800, precisely 782 if that number of 7 stays. So those are our metrics. Our case rate, I do want to touch on that. It continues to improve every day. Earlier, as the state does every Tuesday, it was reported just over 41 adjusted case rate. Since then, we've dropped now to less than 25, and why it's significant to have a case rate less than 25 is that it allows K through 6, kindergarten through 6th grade classes in schools that have not opened for them to open if they submit a safety plan for there to be returned to in-person instruction. It's so essential, so important for our youth to do that in a safe manner, as well as for the teachers. And so schools are now able to do that if they have not opened, now that we have been under 25 for 3 days. On Sunday, we expect that trend to continue. That would allow schools beginning on Monday to open if they've submitted their plan. Another landmark of case rate is a case rate of 14. The state this morning allowed for additional sporting competitions and activities to open up if a county, while it's still officially in the purple tier like we are, nevertheless, if we reach the next milestone of a case rate adjusted of 14 or below, that additional sporting activities can take place. And this is for adult and youth sports, still outdoors and, with face coverings, social distancing as best as can be done in that particular sport. But I think that's another positive development, especially for our youth. Not only having been home for almost a year with in-home instruction and distance learning and not being able to socialize, see their friends, but more and more so our metrics continue to improve. We do want to reach the next milestone with regard to case rate, by the way, which is 7. We need to bring that number that, again, today is below 25. It's actually 22 and a half. We needed to get to 14, then to 7, and then additional restaurants, additional indoor capacity, additional sectors can also open once we reach that case rate of less than 7. And so that we anticipate going into the red, hopefully near soon in the next week or two. And then after that, to move additional tiers. So Ventura County, very proud of everyone's efforts to continue to bring these numbers down. You know, the last surge that we're still getting out of was very intense. Our numbers started to go up very sharply, very quickly at the beginning of November, and they stayed that way till the end of January. So this improvement has been also very drastic, very in a good way. Our numbers are coming down very fast. They went up very fast. The good news is that they're coming down very fast. And so for that, again, I want to thank every Ventura County resident for sticking by the guidelines that we all know too well. Stay distance as much as you can. Maintain your distance of at least 6 feet. Wear your mask all the time. Practice good hand hygiene. Wash your hands frequently and often. And so let's continue to do that, because as today's background here in terms of the vaccinations taking place, it's a great development. And more people in Ventura County are going to get vaccinated. Soon enough, we'll be able to vaccinate our other essential frontline workers. And so for that, we're very happy that there is that opportunity to vaccinate even more Ventura County residents. But in the meantime, though, we still need to abide by those public health guidelines. So with that, I'll conclude by again just thanking Good Farms for hosting us today. I want to thank the Farmworker Resource Program and the CEO's office for all of their support, the Board of Supervisors, and I want to especially thank every one of these brave staff members that are here in the back, our vaccination team, our administration, logistics teams that made today possible, our public health department staff, nurses, both our health education team, communicable disease, all hands on deck at our department and our county family, many departments helping to do these clinics. We hope to continue, we plan to continue these clinics, and also invite folks, when there's appointments available, to also sign up and get their vaccine at the large centers that Mr. Powers mentioned. So again, with that, I want to thank everyone for being here, and have a good rest of your day, and stay safe, Ventura County. Thank you.